Hello everybody, how's everyone going? Welcome to day 10 of the Master Your Metabolism Challenge. Oh, this light, I'm at my office today and it's the overcast. I'm sort of quite bright here. Anyway, squinting. Hope you're all well, hope you're all having a wonderful Saturday. Good to have you all back to day 10. So some of you have just started the challenge. I've seen some of you who just signed up yesterday. A lot of you have finished the challenge. So good luck, well done. I hope you enjoyed all the inspiration. I hope you enjoyed all the emails. And I hope you found it simple and I hope you found it helpful. That was really what I was aiming for. Just wanted to try and help you out in terms of get you to understand, what part metabolism plays to your health, what you can do to your metabolism, and where are the connections between your adrenals, your metabolism, your diet, and everything. How does it all connect? So I really hope I've helped you figure that one out. I have absolutely loved this challenge, so much so that I'm thinking, what can I do next surrounding this challenge? I'm having a look at the moment about actually creating a herb mix that's specifically for people that have done this challenge for the metabolism. I'm having a look at a metabolism recipe book. So it's really exciting. I've loved it so much and I've really loved all the interaction. I've loved all the emails you guys have sent me. I've had a really fun time. So thank you so much for joining in and your interaction. And I'm so glad it was helpful. That's what I was trying to create at the end of the day. So for those of you that maybe don't know me, but I'm sure you do, you've been following this, but for those of you that don't know me, my name is Naomi Judge. I'm a naturopath and nutritionist, and my aim is to help women connect the dots between their health, their happiness and their hormones. And so metabolism plays a big part of this. If your metabolism is not working, you'll feel bloated, you'll feel constipated, you'll feel fatigued. You feel tired, you won't be able to sleep properly, you'll be puffy in the morning, maybe your hair's falling out, maybe you can't digest food properly, maybe you've got low iron or hypothyroidism. All of these symptoms indicate that your metabolism is failing you. And so for the last 10 days, I've been taking you through some really simple steps to help you upregulate your metabolism so it can work for you. We've looked at exercise to do. We've looked at supplements. We've looked at diet. We've looked at your routine. We've looked at foods you should ditch, foods that you should bring in. We've looked at leptin and how leptin actually plays a part in this whole role. We've looked at growth hormone. So I really hope over the last 10 days you've got such a great insight into what you can do for your metabolism. And we also talked about busting some of those metabolism myths so that you don't fall for them again. You don't fall for those adverts you see, in terms of upregulating your metabolism. Do more, do more, do more. You understand now that nourishing your metabolism is more important than doing. So I hope that I've helped you understand your metabolism more. Today I'm going to talk about some supplements for your metabolism. And I'm also going to sneak in some signs and symptoms of some of these popular supplements, minerals, deficiencies. So minerals that help your metabolism. I'm going to give you an overview of what deficiency signs and symptoms can be. So just giving you a little bit extra today. Okay, so working your metabolism, the best things that I have found and the best things that you can start to implement and start to bring in if you want to give your metabolism a bit of a helping hand, as well as do all the other things we talked about. L-carnitine is wonderful. 500 milligrams of carnitine during and after exercise helps to upregulate your metabolic rate while you're exercising. So this will actually help with weight loss, and it will actually help you exercise and help with weight loss during exercise. Wonderful supplement to bring in, not really too many indications, and it's a good amino acid to add in, so I definitely highly recommend that. Another supplement you need to be careful of, because there are lots of fakes out there, there are lots of bad quality supplements. You really need to know that you're going with a good brand, a reputable brand, one that's had scientific evidence tested on it, one that's got clinical trials out there. Bitter orange extract. Don't please go for any bitter orange extract. Don't go for the cheapest online. Make sure you're going with a really good brand and that they've done their testing if you decide to go with bitter orange. Bitter orange, studies do show that bitter orange do increase your basal metabolic rate, your metabolic rate at standstill, So anything that increases your metabolic rate, as we talked about yesterday, helps with weight loss, helps with you feeling amazing. So bitter orange is a really great one to bring in. But be careful with the extract. There are lots of nasty extracts out there, so I really want you to keep vigilant on what you buy and make sure when you're buying herbs and herbal extracts, you're going for really good quality, organic, not just the cheapest range or ones from overseas. Make sure they're from locally sourced. Green tea is a wonderful green tea, and especially the catechins in green tea. They help to regulate your metabolic rate, and they also help to upregulate your metabolic rate. And this is the rate at which you can lose fat to gain muscle. You know, you want your internal clock, your internal metabolic rate to be working so smoothly. So green tea and just having a cup or two of green tea a day is fantastic. Some people do like to supplement so they know they're getting a therapeutic dose. And just be careful with green tea. Some just have caffeine in, so you can get the caffeine-free, really good supplements. So just be careful around green tea and make sure it's organic sourced. You don't want to be drinking lots of non-organic green tea because there's lots of pesticides and herbicides on that. So just be aware of that as well. Iodine is also good. Now, I recommend maybe using dulce flakes and seaweed in your diet. You can also supplement with iodine, but you do need to be very careful with iodine. If you've got any autoimmune thyroid conditions, you need to make sure that you're not taking too much iodine. Iodine can cause you to get heart palpitations, anxious, jittery, and lose weight if you have too much and you don't need it. So you could test your iodine from a urine test, or you could just take a little bit, or take it naturally. You could just take dulce flakes instead of taking iodine, but always go light. And if you've got Graves' disease, I definitely wouldn't do iodine until you've tested. You need to be super careful. And if you do ever take a supplement with iodine in and you get heart palpitations, then maybe back off a little bit and it's not for you. So just listen to your body. But iodine works the thyroid. It helps the thyroid function, and that is what helps your metabolic rate. Get your body working, get you losing fat to muscle ratio. So it's a wonderful supplement for those of you that are low and for those of you that need it. You'll know once you start using it if it's not right for you. If you start getting hives, skin rashes, anxiety, heart palpitations, frequent diarrhea or loose stools, then it's obviously not right for you. So just go with some dulce flakes or something like that. Alpha lipoic acid is one of my favorite antioxidants. It's a wonderful supplement. That with CoQ10 is so potent for the heart. Alpha lipoic acid with CoQ10 is so great for energy and your mitochondria. And when you nourish your mitochondria, you're so much more energized. It's easier to lose weight. So I definitely recommend, if you've got any issues with energy, if you've had surgery, if you've had problems losing weight, that alpha lipoic acid coupled with CoQ10 are two wonderful supplements to take together. And you'll notice a difference with those two supplements. They do really energize you. And alpha lipoic acid in clinical trials and studies have been shown to increase your basal metabolic rate. So again, that's your metabolic rate at standstill. You know, when you're not exercising. So definitely I would look at that. Now, I wanted to talk to you about, I wrote up which one, what did I want to talk to you about? I wanted to talk to you about selenium, because selenium is so important for your metabolic rate. And some signs and symptoms of low selenium might be cataracts, might be hypothyroidism, chronic inflammation, anemia, and also poor immune system, and also cancer. Lots of cancers. If you're getting recurrent cancers or different cancers, it can be low selenium. And selenium is so important for your thyroid, and selenium is such an important mineral for your metabolic rate. So I'll just remind you of those: cataracts, hypothyroidism, anemia, chronic inflammation, and also lowered immune system, coupled with a low metabolic rate, might indicate you need selenium. So what you can do is you can have 2 to 3 Brazil nuts a day, or if you want to supplement, you could have a look at a multivitamin that contains around 60 to 100 micromilligrams of selenium, and that will actually help. So I would definitely consider your selenium levels, because they can actually be quite low. It's actually common for them to be low. Second mineral is zinc. Now, zinc deficiency can manifest in a few different ways. It can manifest at a young age, being a picky eater. It can manifest also with conditions like ADD, ADHD, anxiety at a young age, fear of travelling, fear of flying, fears, nightmares, also wetting the bed, frequent wetting the bed. That's how low zinc can manifest from a young age. As we age, it can manifest as PMS, frequent fungal infections like thrush or candida, frequent bacterial or viral infections, diabetes, also anemia, inflammation, white marks on the nails, skin conditions like eczema, psoriasis, not being able to heal properly, scarring easily, maybe hair loss or dandruff on the scalp, peptic ulcers, so any ulcers in the stomach, duodenal peptic ulcers can be low zinc. Zinc is so good for healing. White, I'm going through them all. White and purple stretch marks can actually mean low zinc compared to high copper, so be careful there. And also eye problems. Our eyes hold they need lots of zinc. So any eyesight problems, macular degeneration, cataracts, anything that goes on in the eyes can indicate low zinc. Postnatal depression can indicate low zinc. So you can see all these conditions coupled with a poor metabolism could indicate low zinc. So zinc you can take in a mineral form, you can take it in a powder form. Ethical Nutrients do something called Zinc Fix. You could take 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon of that daily. You could take a supplement with zinc, zinc picolinate, zinc amino chelate. You could take about 20 milligrams a day, or maybe it's in your multivitamin. Or you can add foods in like pepitas, which are your pumpkin seeds, or oysters, or grass-fed meat, or foods that have been organically grown that might have zinc in. Maybe you put zinc in the mulch, that kind of thing. Liver, chicken liver pate, all of those things. So I want you to really consider those two minerals. I've gone through all the deficiency signs and symptoms of those two minerals. But if you see white spots on your nails, think zinc. Definitely think zinc. But I want you to keep in mind those two minerals. Selenium and zinc are both vitally important for your metabolism and actually raising your internal metabolic rate. So I want you just to consider that. And if you've got any of those other signs and symptoms, maybe consider upping your foods of the selenium and zinc, or you could even lightly supplement with a good quality vitamin or multivitamin. Coupled with the L-carnitine when you exercise, you can look at the bitter orange. You could look at... Also look at the green tea and iodine, as long as you haven't got any autoimmune thyroid conditions. And then I just love alpha lipoic acid coupled with CoQ10, especially if you're doing lots of exercise. Wonderful mix when you're doing exercise for your resting metabolic rate and also when you're exercising. So I hope that was helpful for everybody today. Supplements that you can bring in to help your metabolism, and also the signs and symptoms of low zinc and low selenium. I'll always love looking at the signs of low minerals, because you can tell in the body, you can look at certain parts, you can even look at structure, coupled with how you're feeling. If you're feeling depressed or down or anxious, it really does indicate. Fear of driving on a freeway is also a sign of low zinc. When you get really anxious on the freeway, that can be low zinc. So just consider that as well. I mean, such an amazing sign that so many people with low zinc and a condition called pyrroles actually get. So, if you've been suffering from anxiety for a long, long time, have a think about your zinc levels. Just think about that and think about, could they be low? You can always test getting a hair mineral analysis test as well to see what your minerals are doing. So thank you everyone for joining me today. I hope you found that helpful. I'm being blinded by the sun out there. It's kind of an overcast, and this is a big window at work today. So I hope you found the challenge helpful, the 10-day Master Your Metabolism Challenge. I absolutely loved it. And like I said, I'll be following up with all of you, and I'm going to be continuing it in some kind of way. I think having a look at doing recipes and having a look at maybe doing my own metabolism mix, herbal mix, with some really great metabolism boosters and metabolic rate boosters. I'm really looking forward to continuing this for you. If any of you have got any questions at all, please leave the questions below. And I'm going to do kind of a roundup of the whole MYM challenge along with the videos for you, and I'll send that out via email. So if you want to get that, you can just join in the link above to the Master Your Metabolism 10J challenge, and you'll get the roundup email as well with all the videos. So thank you everybody for joining me. Thank you so much for joining in on the 10-day Master Your Metabolism challenge. And let me know if you've got any questions, post below. Have a great weekend. Bye.